Who is this indie artist?
His name's Johnny West. Galen, he's been kind of looking out for me for like the past 2-3 years. It was funny when I first started going viral, he was trying to sign me. But he's helped me line up a lot of plays. He manages Too Short and shit.
Yeah.
He wanted that. I guess they're like on tour up the coast, and they're like, man, I would love if he could just stop by and be in that energy and get some game. I was like, for sure, cool. I just found out he was on like American Idol or American Got Talent.
What's his name?
He had like a little run. Johnny West. He does like kind of pop, alt rock type shit.
Yeah. Galen's that white guy, right? That we just seen at the show the other day? Or not the show, but the... Where was we at when we seen
Galen,
that?
yep. He was with us at when we did this shit at San Jose, and he was just in LA.
LA, that's what it was.
Damn, he already sent me a new version.
Mike Jizz?
Yeah.
Stop playing with that, man.
Audio rolling. Much better already. You are now listening to the smooth sounds of T's poetry.
Clado plate?
Nah, this is Mike G. Some days weigh so heavy on me, I can barely muster up the strength to pick up my head. Let alone get out of bed. Like, don't come looking for me. Just leave me for dead.
He was like, go wait for your band, and he's not here. He's like,
What's up, bro? Splash, nice to meet you. Splash, nice to meet you. What's up, bro? Splash, nice to meet you. Yep. Splash, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man.
Splash, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You can call me T. I'm Sky.
I think we're gonna add another table to the end of here.
Hi, T. Nice to meet you.
he saw you, and he was like,
This my people. Yeah.
and I was like,
Does that work if you need nothing?
Should be good.
That work? Yep. Me in there.
How you doing, man?
What's up, dog? I'm well.
Spots.
You made it down.
Smells good.
What y'all on tour?
Yeah, you see the RV over there? That's right. Cruise America.
The white thing?
Yeah.
Oh, Winnebago.
Yeah, so we loaded up. We're on day 10, I think. I believe.
How's that going?
It's good, man.
day 10 already?
It's yeah.
Where you from?
So we're all out in LA. So we've been there. I'm from a place called Marietta. It's about an hour and a half inland. But I've been in LA now for 10. It'll be 10 years this year.
Y'all just coming up the coast?
No, Southern California. So right between LA and San Diego. But my pops was a fireman for LA, so I grew up very familiar with the West Side.
Are you doing like venues or like pop-up style?
Both, a little bit of both.
Tight,
So it's
yeah,
cool. Yeah, I know. The
yeah.
pop-up ones are slowly becoming the ones that I like more than
Those are the energy.
venue. Yeah.
Those are the
So-
people who are like, I'm willing to stop what I'm doing to go, you know, that's a different energy.
Well, they didn't spend all this time putting a whole fit together to go to their local bar, you know, so they're more susceptible, I feel like, to be just chill. Have
Definitely,
fun.
yeah.
But no, it's been good, man. This is Jackson. He's kind of tour manager. Sky does on my video, drums, and then we got sound man.
Yeah, come on, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we weren't brothers
Are
before,
y'all,
we're
are
the other way
you,
down.
you're like recording the sound from all these shows?
no, I wish, man. I wish I had like a rig to be recording everything, but
Use a Zoom. Use
yeah,
a,
I could.
Come on, man.
What are you traveling with? Like a board and shit?
Yeah, we're just using like a little Yamaha.
Yeah, take a Zoom recorder
I can take
and tap
the
out
I
of
can
the
take
board.
that out of it. The problem is really just we're limited on inputs and stuff, so I'd be relying a lot on bleed from the room if I was recording anything. It'd be really hard to manipulate it afterwards. But
Some is better than none.
yeah,
Some is better than none. Because it's like that. All the time you spend on road, if you get to have content and recordings of that, then when you get off road, you get to promote all that time you're on road. But if you don't have it, you feel me, you lose that aspect after you leave the road. Now you gotta wait till you go back on versus being able to still have that shit.
Yeah, we got the video pretty locked down, but it's a good.
That sound makes so much difference though, like with the live shit when you link it. Cause you know when you post like the live videos with the camera audio, the feeling isn't the same. Like you can't get it across to the audience through social media in the same way. You feel me?
Run back to Guitar Center.
Yeah, just grab a fucking
Get
little
G to
Zoom
comp us, I bet,
8.6.
for a little Zoom recorder.
Yeah. This is what
It
works at
feels-
Guitar Center too, so he'll sneak out the back.
Yeah, you take 2 XLRs or a quarter inch and just tap out the board going into there. It's gonna be much better than nothing else, bro.
Yeah, now that you say that, I do notice that about your clips. All the sound is pretty locked in, especially with those.
Because when you could blend the board with the cam and have like the environment of the show, but have the direct audio of the board, it just people could experience it in the same manner. Versus when it's just a cam audio, it'll never come through the phone the same way.
Yeah.
I actually have a clip on my page talking about
I need another stand though. I need a little shorty stand.
Oh,
Yeah, we could run back and get it. We'll be over there anyway.
Yeah, it's good.
You need what, like a mic stand?
Yeah, we'll get a little like shorty stand for a snare mic and get a little Zoom recorder and some stuff that we didn't bring out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear the difference?
Speakers too.
it's just way different. That first one was like, what? The second one is like,
I'm
And
jaded
some of those
too, 'cause
clips
that
be-
second one, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm there. Like, you know, I like it all raw like that, but.
Huh? Rice? Yeah.
I can do some
Yep. Yep.
But no, it's a good point. It's a good looks. I feel like this tour has also just been a lot of like learning. Okay,
Yeah.
mix this, add this, mix this. 'Cause this is my third technically, but my first one like just doing it. Really, we're doing all the shit ourselves.
Y'all like booked all the venues and shit too?
We were down to like DMing people. This is my best friend. He's locked into like all my social media too, and we go back and forth. It's like me just reaching out to different venues to get a deal because we got to keep it pushing. And that's been this is the most.
How are you like doing ticketing to collect that data?
We're doing so. It depends on the spot. So some of them we're doing like Eventbrite, and some of them we're just doing free shows. Because like I said, it's like if we're doing someone's local dive bar, they're not about to pay $10 for a ticket to go with beers at like $6, and they go in there, you know.
They will.
anyways. Afterwards, so we played one. We played like tip jar. We have merch too, so we're doing that. So we did pretty good off that. But
We built a platform to do offer-based shows where it's not a set ticket price, but people can pay whatever they want to come see you. So it's like it's not free, it's priceless.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of it being completely free, because
Right.
somebody may love you to the
course,
point where
yeah,
they're like,
yeah, yeah. We
I
got
do
the
want to
tip
get
jars
that,
out,
you know.
yeah, of course,
but the
yeah,
tip
yeah.
jar is different because a tip jar is public. Like I used to do shows and we let people buy tickets at the door, but sometimes people don't want to pull out what they would be willing to give you at the door. Just make that transaction in that space. But when you allow them to do it at home, you know, it's a different situation that you put them in.
true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. When I get dropped off that Uber, it was a good ride. I'm definitely on the app, and I'm like, okay.
Right?
$1 or $2 most though.
Right? But that's 1 or 2 more than 0.
of course,
And if
yeah.
100 people do it, and then 1,000 people do it, then 10,000 people, that's 20 grand, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. No, I was like, man, he's probably gonna come with. He's gonna be all loaded up with knowledge. It's already begun. But how long you been going? I mean, I was on the Spotify for a little bit, but
A minute.
yeah.
A minute. Since
grew
I
up
was
out-
younger, but
out here?
Yep, I'm from here. Yep. Yeah, I started doing a little diving. I seen you YouTube. I said, okay, it's some action.
Yeah.
You was on, what was it, American Idol or American? Yeah, how was
cool.
that?
It was cool, man. I mean, we did the COVID version, so I made it to like top 20, and then COVID hit, and then we had to do the rest of the show from home. But I went all the way, so I'm chilling.
How do you feel like, how beneficial do you feel like it was to your journey?
I think it made me more valuable as a product. I think that's the first thing I noticed is like asking for things was a lot easier because I'm like, well, I'm worth this now. You know what I mean? So that kind of opened my eyes to a whole, which I've never been thinking about. I just love music. You know,
Right.
I'm sure you feel the same way. It's like you're not too concerned with that. But then you're like, ooh, money helps me do my thing at a level that I can, breathe. And I'm not worried about this or that. So that was probably the first thing. It definitely helped, but that well's dried up as far as I can tell.
You know what's crazy though? That shit never be dry.
Yeah.
We just don't be knowing how to tap into it.
Yeah.
Like I just went like I've been developing offer base for a while, but I've been more into the world with it lately where it's like you can book me for anything offer base wise, like anyone, versus just the agencies and just the venues. So everyday people who are like, oh, I see you from here, I see you from here, they're putting their offers in and it's hundreds, thousands. We just never really give them opportunity. Like after you finish the show, they probably had no way to actually get to you, right? And we create a way where people can go to you directly. You would be surprised how many people are just like, no, I would love for you to come sing in my shit. And I'll give you $600 right now. I'll give you $1,000. We didn't have the well tapped into, but now it's like I get to wake up every morning and look at this sheet that's just full of offers of everyday people. And it's not a Coachella, but if I do 4 of these people who are just from here, I get the same amount.
And probably a better experience.
And a much better experience because these people love me and they want me here, right? It's not a favor. It's like, no, you're my favorite. But they just never had the ability to do that because artists, you got to go through so many hoops to book them in and talk to them and shit. Bro, I got paid $1,500, $2,000 to go play fucking ping pong and chill with someone for a couple hours. That opportunity never existed prior.
Yeah. Have you always had and even I guess want to exploit isn't the right word, but tap in fully to be because it's all just good business. Because I feel like as an artist too, you have at least I hear it some of the songs. I just ran that new project that's Snake by Song. But I guess pushing and pulling balance between I'm gonna do this because we're pulling up. He helps me with that all the time, and then also the for some reason this don't sit right in my soul or in my heart as an artist. How do you?
I generally don't do anything that doesn't sit right. I had a period where I would, I'll let it rock, but now I don't because I don't have to. It's like I say, when you got a list of people who love you and they're like, yeah, I'll offer you this for this. I'm always what I'm willing to give in exchange for what I want changes all the time, and you always get to determine that and set that precedent. But early on, it was really just about the music. But as I scaled, I realized that I don't want to get paid for doing music. I want to get paid for being LaRussell.
Right.
It's a different game.
Offer base took away that weird part of charging somebody too.
Yes.
So, I felt that on you do it because you love it, but it's
you got to put a worth on yourself,
right?
But
when you allow people to tell you what it's worth to them, now you don't have to be like, well, I charge this much. It changes the feeling between the two. And then when you do it through the sheet, they've already offered you a price, so you already know you're going to get paid to do it, and you don't have to go back.
And it changes the dynamic. Someone offering to pay you this amount of money does it gladly. Right. Someone you tell, oh, this is my rate. Sometimes it's like, but I don't really want to. But if they set the precedent, it's like they're happy about it. They
might give you more than you ever expected.
For real.
To get paid for something. I do consultations, and the amount people have paid me for 30 minutes of my time is I never would have charged somebody.
And I think every artist should go into that form immediately because for so long I was building a base that I didn't even understand how to fully monetize. But what we do now is if you just got 1,000 fans, you could fully monetize it. My offer sheet is so fucking long because it's everyday people. There's everyday people who listen to you every single day, but they don't usually have the opportunity to book you. You gotta wait for someone who don't even really listen to your music to book you.
You said you do it through an app?
We're building an app for it now, but right now we do it through a Google Sheet, Google and Excel.
Wow.
Just Google Forms.
Same with our offer-based shows. We started with an Excel sheet, and now we built the whole app behind it. But you feel me? Start with a fucking Google form. Immediately, it's free money. It's literally free money.
For features too, he does it for features, for bookings, and it just
interviews. I get paid to do my press runs. the interviews and everything. Like usually as an artist, we got to go
It's
through
the opposite,
interviews
yeah,
and we
yeah.
spend all our
Yeah.
money in gas. But it's like I get paid to do those because I allow people to have that ability.
Yeah. That's dope. Is it harder as you keep going to like want to stay independent? Because I go through I'm like, I'll take a major tomorrow. Like, what do you
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what, if the money's there, I can do
Yeah.
with that what I want to do with it, you know? But then there is something encouraging about, just like doing it yourself. It's just fucking work.
For a long time, I was like headstrong on my independence.
Yeah.
Because nothing made sense to me outside of that. I wasn't getting anything that was like, this is it, and I didn't feel like I had the leverage to get what I truly wanted. Now, if I had a major opportunity that was like fully aligning, I would do it because I have all the infrastructure. Like I could never leave a major label with nothing because I already have everything.
What
so
are
they
some
can
of
only
those,
be additive.
like, I guess tell us, like knowing someone in the building, or like what are some of those things that you're saying like it would have to line up?
The people, most importantly, like and the security of those people. Like we were recently in courtship with Def Jam, and they sent offers, and now Republic took over Def Jam, and it's all different. So shit like that is like the people that you're even laying with, and how excited they are about your music. Are they helping you before you do any deal? Like the people who don't want to help me until I sign, I don't want to work with in general, you know. So mostly the people, and then after the people, it comes down to the money. Like it's just fitting for what I have to give. I've been working with a company called Venice, and it's the first deal I've ever done with no money, but they've given me something that they couldn't give me in the form of money.
Right.
And that's the only time. I think that's a value. When the value exceeds whatever money amount you would get, you know, but
the people is a big one. I can't.
The people.
The amount of times I've been excited about something, and then it's like,
man,
well, can you hit Lucy? And it's like, well, she's not there no more. What do you mean? That's the person that got me in there.
I like direct relationships. I like direct relationships. You know, if it has to be a liaison and things in between it, it just it's not going to work out.
And the freedom of the deal. Like if you end up in a deal that's very constricting, and now you're at the whim of the label, it could be really detrimental to what you were trying to build beforehand. So we realize you can get whatever you ask for, but you have to make sure you negotiate it. Because if you don't ask for it, they probably won't put it in.
And to gain capital and lose your freedom is not a win.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a W. It's not a W. Because you really never lacking capital. It's just the hustle. Like once you start that offer sheet and you see how much money is just sitting there, it's like you didn't need a deal because you lack capital. You know, you just it's up to the work.
I feel like I
do.
selfishly know it so that other people can do the work. You know, I lazily think that, but I don't know.
But you know what's crazy? Like LeBron has to do far more work than the Lakers has to do for him to be LeBron. So it's like you're going to have that industry and a bunch of people there to support you, but you really still have to do. They can only push your car as much fuel as you put in it. Like, you feel me? If you're not putting gas in that motherfucker, it still ain't going nowhere, no matter what kind of car it is.
You got brand new tires.
You feel me? Brand new everything. And it ain't no gas, it ain't going nowhere. And that be the misinterpretation. Like, we really think they do everything, and like me now,
or at least help a little bit. They don't do shit.
They do as much as you help them do. That's the best way to put it. Like, if you're giving them a bunch of shit, like me, I'm consistently going viral. So my seed team is able to consistently work things. The playlisting team can consistently because I'm giving it. But if an artist isn't giving those moments and making things happen, it's like, what the fuck you want me to do? I can't do nothing. You feel me? So like, they really can only do as much as you give them.
How do you separate like that part with the social media and all that, and then the music side? Like, are you always trying to make it go back to the music, or like you said, is it more just about the Russell as a whole?
The music is the branch, LaRussell is the tree. I'm always trying to make it go back to the tree. I don't really care if they love a song or not.
Right.
I care about if they love my brand enough for me to, cause you feel me? Like if I get booked for a panel, that's just as great as me getting booked for a show, you know? So
It's actually better. You don't
it's
even
actually
have to
better. I
perform.
don't have to perform, you know? So I'm always focused on the tree more than the music because I love the music and I want to be able to do with it whatever I want.
Yeah.
Right, but when it becomes like when music is the driver and that's the only way it's like you're gonna lose that love for it eventually because you're putting everything on the music and it's like that's one thing you do.
And it's high expectations on that music from the people who love you because that's the only thing they have to love you off of. If they love
Once
you for how
you
you
start
talk
giving
and how
them
you
more,
do business, then they're like, damn, Andy makes great music.
Right.
and he's a cool person who does this and this and this. Like, water the tree.
He tips
Water
his
the
Ubers.
tree.
Yeah.
And he tips shit like that. Like
That was
we,
a good share, bro.
man, I just go on a daily walk and we record it and I pull all the gems out of there and I've been going viral off those pieces.
Yeah.
I may not be able to rap at 50, but I'll probably be able to walk. So it's like that allowed me to do something that I don't have to consciously be great at. I don't have to get better at walking. I just got to do it, and I still get to have the same effect and result.
That's raw.
Documentation of the journey.
Yeah.
Documentation.
For real. That you'll get so many gems out of your daily life that you're not even consciously thinking about doing. That's gonna push your career even further.
Especially if you're really living it. Like you guys in an RV traveling the coast and stopping by at rappers' house and showing like that's a song does one thing, but that shows people like, oh wow, this is possible. You feel me? It's a different experience. It's great. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's always saying, like, freaking, with the label shit, too, just, like, you give the 99, and then somebody else comes and gives that last little push that you needed that whole time.
Man, and that's really the only thing that you need to go there for.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like labels are for when it's like, no, I got this shit. I know exactly where I'm going. I know how I'm going to do it now. You know, a lot of people give away so much autonomy early. You know, how are you signed with 3G?
Yeah. So I'm signed with them. We keep doing, like, redoing our deals, because I'm just doing, like, singles. So they're, like, we'll re-up.
How's it been?
It's been good, man. Like, I don't know, that's the thing.
Please, whatever comes to the table is for everybody.
I think I'm just naturally to the soil, like to people that help me grow. You know what I mean? Like, and I think, you know, the first people that I moved to LA, I had a lot of people being like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and I'm like, cool, like, can you help me? And they're like, nah.
Right.
You know, and you're like, okay, what is that? How does that help?
Right.
You know, and then G was the first one to be like, I think you're tired, I think you're gonna do this, and yes, I'll help you. You know. And so I've been with them ever since, and you know, it's family. But yeah, I'm also like realizing how much I have to.
You need more,
but yeah, and like step up, and you know, all of it.
Yeah,
it's all of it. But
yeah,
it's been really good.
That's a beautiful part of the journey, though, when you get to the space where you're like, oh, this is on me.
Right.
And the more I do and the more I give, the more I get.
Right. Yeah. No, that's been a big thing too with why your backyard, the backyard stuff is really cool because we're pretty tight with these people. So we live in Sawtell, it's by Santa Monica. It's like 10 minutes from the beach, but there's not really a like collective art thing going on in just our little section. So we've been tight with these guys at this cafe. We started putting on these shows, and then he does. He shoots my shit, but he's a director too, and he just put out his first short film.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Got into the Beverly Hills Film Festival, so right when we get back, they're playing it at Chinese Theater. So yeah, we're all gonna like mob through it.
Come on.
Shit. I'm like,
That's in my backyard.
Yeah.
Come on.
But we had the premiere at that cafe, and then I've had like 3 shows there, and then we're finishing the tour there. And I've just noticed like, one, how much work it is, I keep saying that, but also like, damn, like it really is worth it. Like the first one had 15 people, the next one had like 50, and the next one was like 80. And
Let's go.
It's not even like, you don't go back, and I think I'm realizing that now.
Bro,
and
man,
that
you don't.
not gonna
When
get
you keep
smaller.
going forward, you don't get smaller.
Yeah, you don't get smaller. And I think, and so that's something that we really I want to do for the rest of the year out there. I love touring, but yeah, like you said, there's just so many different things happening in each city, and it's like hard to read. I feel like every day I'm a day late. I'm like, okay, these people like this, but now we're already going to the next city. You know what I mean? But
when you cultivate something at home, it's like growing a money tree. You can just walk in your backyard and pick from it every day.
And you build that relationship, so like the more shows that you do or the more things that you do, people become like excited for it to come back instead of
for sure. No, and we noticed that too. I was here last time. I'm bringing my friend because I want them. I want to experience this again, but also I want them to have the first time, and I'll experience a first time through them now. And I've noticed that with the second show, we had a bunch of people come back and they had 3 or 4 friends with them. So I feel like that's a big thing we're trying to put together.
That means you're doing great.
It's good.
Somebody will go and then come back and bring a friend.
Our shows are best shit. I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing Friday, but we're playing 6? It's like early evening in San Francisco. At this place.
I Enhance Society. It's like a herbal boutique.
But the show is our best shit, I mean, in my opinion. I think it's just the most, I've been doing it the longest. So it makes sense, more than production, more than all that shit. So it makes sense that it'd be a thing that's fun to watch, I guess.
That's fire.
Yeah, but yeah, if you guys are not doing anything, roll up. But that's what I'm trying to do, and then I want to do a thing where I have so many homies out there, in LA now, and just we share the bill.
Everything it's medium spice, but it's all.
Yeah, Jackson, spice is tough on him. He can't take it.
No, I like spice.
He doesn't even do pepper or anything. That's
He
hilarious.
doesn't even do
He
salt.
doesn't onion. He's not about it.
It's hella good though. There's more coming.
That's good.
I'm excited for the butter chicken. That's my favorite.
Man.
Yeah, the butter chicken's really good here. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that backyard shit really just happened off of a bad experience. When you said that, because I saw that clip, bro, I was like, somebody change your whole feeling on wanting to perform is the craziest thing.
Right?
I didn't experience that till my first tour I went on with 3 other artists, and one of them, just kind of diva, and I was like, damn, that's real? I didn't know.
Yep.
We get to do music. What do you mean? Why are you tripping?
For a living. For a living.
But made me, just not want to perform. Just be like, this shit sucks.
Man, and that's the worst feeling to be robbed of, because that's man, being in that space, this last backyard show, the week prior, I was just in a slump, and I almost was like, I'm not going to do it, but I chose to do it, and it was the best. We got so many moments.
Just usually how it goes. But,
right?
I like the sentiment of that just alone, especially even out in LA. I mean, I don't know how often you perform there, but it's just if it's not the crowd, it's the venue, just being difficult or being, because they got everybody out there. It's a spot, but it is just so. I always joke around that I like playing Seattle and Portland more than my home base, because it's they don't care. They're like, yo, we love music, so we want to just get down,
Yeah.
Everybody in LA put the fit on, and everybody's looking at me nobody's looking at you.
You know what's crazy though? It's cultivation.
Yeah.
If you come to a LaRussell LA show, you'll have a completely different perspective, because it's you have to cultivate the community you want. And it won't start like that. You start and there's 20 people in the room, and some are no, I want to be around these kind of people. And you start getting more particular with that. And it grows, but you have to give it that time and that space to grow into that.
I think also the more that people grow into seeing who you are as a human and not just your music, the more those kind of people will come too. Because right now,
that's what
anybody could
the
love your
people
music,
out.
but specific people are going to be drawn to you as a person.
That's what weans all the other people out. Once you start being able to show who you are, and people are like, oh, I don't love that song, I actually love Johnny West.
And they start acting like you almost. Like people come with LaRussell's energy.
Yeah.
Because they know how he is and what to expect. So they would never go to the backyard and act a different type of way. Even if they do out in the real world.
Yeah, they know.
They wouldn't do it at our show.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Show up in the Crocs, huh? Everyone shows up in Crocs.
Somebody had said at a show, because this is LaRussell's cameraman, and he does like post-show interviews, and this guy was like, something happened and I wanted to fight, and then he's like, but I had to realize where I was, and it made me not want to do it anymore because I just have so much respect for him, you know.
That's dope. That's cool.
One butter chicken.
Yeah, I think so far the only energy is like,
what is it?
I have some pre-rolls. So I know Johnny might want to smoke, but other than that.
You can put it here in the middle, and then the other one's on that side.
Oh, sorry.
No. Who that is? That's what butter chicken and. Yep. Perfect.
Was there ever a hold off of wanting to show? Because I feel like for me it's more just being rebellious. And being, I don't want to. I'm off the internet today. You know, you don't even know where I'm at all the time. Like, have you always just not cared about that, or?
I had to grow into it,
Yeah.
and I had to see that the foundation I was standing on was worth standing on in exchange for what I really wanted in my life. You know, to be like, I want to be this wildly successful artist, but I never want to be on the internet and connect with people and show. It's like, well, you have to give up one. Let's hone one back. And I think if you don't want to be on the internet and social media, even though you could literally choose to do it your way in whatever form works for you, then just understand what comes with that, or figure out a way to compensate for that loss.
Early, go ahead. I was posting all of LaRussell's stuff, and I was getting it up. He was creating the content, but I was building out the calendar and getting it up, because he would have days like that where he's like, I don't want to be on social media today, or he didn't feel like posting. But I was like, something needs to go up. We have too much content to just not put it up. So if you are in that space of like, I'm willing to do it myself, then maybe find somebody who loves your brand enough, who's like, well, I'm gonna do it for you until you're prepared.
So he does all my shit except Instagram. Instagram's the only thing that I'm pretty active on. But even still, I think.
What's crazy is how it's built now. Is like you don't even have to be active. We got schedulers. Like I go on a walk and I pull 10 clips out of the walk, and they're scheduled, and it's like, wow, that's 10 posts for the next however many days. I do one show, and I do so many songs. I pull the clips of the great ones, and it's like, wow, that's 10 clips, schedule it. I have to sit down like this, and we had some moments, and it's like, oh, schedule it. So it's like, you don't even have to be actively engaged, you know, just like, it's work that comes with every job. If this is the job you want, then do the work that comes with the job, or get fired.
Choose
you know?
a different job.
Right. That's true.
Yeah?
This is it. Oh, yeah, it'll be great. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, this is the first time we really try to do the whole schedule. And Scott, what do we got?
I had to take it from him because this guy's scared of the internet. No, now we're running 4 posts a day.
Hey,
Come on.
let's go.
Trying to just pull 50 clips from a show and just build that that way.
And
Split up all the music videos.
the higher you go, get more narrow. Like when you start, you're building exposure. So just share the things that you like. I like it.
Yep.
But as you climb, narrow that to oh no, this is a moment that I really love that made me feel a way. Because then it becomes more and more impactful every time someone sees you.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure each piece is valuable. You know what I'm saying? Never put out just
just for the sake of sharing, right?
Yeah.
We always say it should give you an emotional reaction when you watch it.
I try to look at it oh, would I enjoy watching somebody that I like, doing this thing or whatever. Because there's a lot of times it'll be just a random artist that I'll be oh, I like seeing this dude walking around doing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely try to play it that way.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Come on, it's the best.
It's pretty crazy.
I haven't had better Indian food anywhere.
So, next time you're in LA, let me know. Go on the west side of the spot. They got this thing called aloo chili. and because it's Himalayan Indian, so it's a little different. But it's like thinly sliced potatoes and spice and yeah, chili.
You have me
Very
at
good.
potatoes.
Yeah, no, I'm potatoes. Potato.
This one?
Do you guys feel like there's things that do better off this platform that don't on this one, or doesn't trend? Because even TikTok now does those slides, like people are doing pictures all the time.
Yeah,
so.
TikTok is pushing people to do that though. It's so weird. I don't know. TikTok
Doesn't
is
want
the
to take
only,
over, huh?
Yeah. TikTok's the only one that I'm like, they got
What is
something
going on?
weird going
Yeah,
on
yeah.
over there. Like if you're great at
That's how
it
we
and
feel.
it works, then it's great. But I feel like TikTok, you have to like live on the app. If you're not that dedicated to it, then you'll probably get a post here and there that goes. But other than that, I feel like all the platforms are pretty much the same.
It's also the Wild West. Like I feel like Instagram very carefully curates like exactly what you want to see so well, which is cool. But then maybe I don't know if I'm always like getting new shit. It's still like off a branch of like the things I like.
I noticed it'll be
TikTok's
like
like
anything. I caught on recently that Instagram will show you, like, let's say you and I are friends on Instagram and we talk a lot through Messenger or I comment on your post a lot. If you like something from somebody that I don't follow, I'll get that post suggested on my page now. And I was like, wow,
that's crazy.
that makes a lot of sense though. Because it's like clearly we get along, so
Right.
I'm gonna like what you like.
That's an algorithm working well.
Even though TikTok's weird, I still like to treat it like all the other ones.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like until I'm willing to dedicate more, which I probably never will, to one specific platform,
Right.
you're just gonna get what I'm already creating. I'm not gonna slow my motion and try to cater to this one platform.
Yeah, no, that's just frustrating. I mean, we built mine up to I don't know 70,000 now, and
Nice.
That's really good.
and all the shit. Yeah, but now we're like on the posting thing where it's like 2 a day or whatever it is, without any promo. You know, because before we're like helping boosting all the shit, and now it's like not clearing 300 views. I'm like, I had shit on there with 500,000.
I noticed TikTok too, if you schedule it outside of the app, it gets much less views. Like you have
Everything
to do it
has
through
to
the
be
app.
inside.
That's
Yeah.
every app.
Yeah.
That's
Not
every app.
Instagram,
Instagram
though.
is doing that.
Yeah?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I think that's okay for like, if you're an artist on the label, you get different services than the ones who come through a third party.
Right.
And that's just, it's they shit. They built it that way. You know,
Yeah.
the best thing to do is build your own direct-to-consumer base.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about how much
Yeah.
you're getting out of somebody else's shit, you know?
I'm still trying to. I don't know how I haven't met not one person from any of these apps. I met a bunch of Netflix people in LA. Like, "Hey, are you gonna help me get a special or what?"
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, I need that insider Instagram guy who's gonna boost my dumps.
Right. I don't know. Social media is crazy. We've had a couple of like insider talks with TikTok, and they're just like, you really got to be willing to play the game. And if you
And
don't want to
YouTube,
play it,
and
yep.
they actually set the game up for you to play. Like they tell you
Right.
what they're pushing for the month, and yeah, it's just like
You got to be willing to play it. The hashtags and. But it's like if you don't want to do that, then
Right.
you're out there in the Wild West with everybody else. Hunting weapons.
No, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same as music. It's the same as the music. It's the same shit.
But I
said
like it
weapons.
that way because I feel like it's real. Like if people find you and you're not playing the game, they must love you.
you did well.
You know?
Yeah.
You did
I
well.
think that's the thing that I care about too. Is like, dude, there's so much shit. It's taking so
And when
long.
you
to
when you look at numbers,
Anybody want any of this rice? I think I'm the only one with it.
no, I'm good.
Oh, you don't need it.
When you look at your numbers, like
Want more?
look at it with a realistic approach. Like 300 views is a lot.
Right.
If you were in a room and 300 people
Of
was
course.
around you,
Yeah,
you'd be
yeah,
like, what the fuck? You feel me?
We were talking about that earlier. Instagram, we stopped looking at how many views each post did, and you should look at your homepage at how many people you reached this month. Because that number is always much higher. And it's like, if you get caught up in the minuscule details, you'll miss the big picture.
Now we're looking at the YouTube like channel views. That's the only
Yep.
thing I'm looking at.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, it's growing.
It's growing. But when you look at the little numbers, it'll have you
course.
convinced you're not growing, and it's like,
I'm just competitive though too, and I think like I'm like, no, my minimum has to be 1,000 views every time, you know.
man.
And that's
Getting in your own way.
caught up in the
Man,
game
your
in a different
minimum
way.
has to be whatever you work for.
Right.
Right?
Are you performing anytime soon? Show up.
I gotta have it.
420.
Next song, yep. Texas. Then we gotta go to Philly. Yeah, we fuck with Philly.
Their energy is crazy.
Yeah, they're just so like, yeah, we're Philly. What's up?
Right.
We're here. Them and yeah, I don't know. They're a big surprise on tour. So
They love being
there,
from
like,
Philly.
Yeah. They were hype. That was kind of where the dive bar idea, like RV, even came from. Because we played a dive bar out there, and we were mostly playing these big music venues. It was all like regular people just showing up to their bar, and they were super into it. So I'm like, there's something there for sure, like you're saying.
Yeah, we should open up an offer-based portal for people to just be able to come straight to you
For sure.
with opportunities. I think you'll be surprised.
And you're already building out through your dive bar series of like regular everyday people, so it really fits your brand.
So is this a certain app you guys are talking about? I know you guys said Google.
Yeah, when is that? When is that dropping?
Because Galen's never mentioned this to us before.
So, our ticketing app is already established. I can send you a link to sign up. It's not like open fully publicly, but I can send you a link so you can sign up and start making events and start doing offer-based ticketing.
Yeah.
In terms of like building the version for features and bookings, like you did a video though, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can send you a video of how to set it up and how it works, and then you set it up, put the link in your bio, and just announce that it's there, and let people have at it the very next day. As soon as you announce, you're going to see offers.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. There's people who have probably been like, I wish I could get him to come.
And
to my
if you
birthday
don't
party
see
here.
offers as soon as you announce, that tells you what you need to work on. It's like you need to communicate to the people more.
Right.
Donnie.
So you're filming everything, huh?
Everything.
All the time.
We doc everything, man.
I live with them now. So it's like, yeah.
That shit has helped when you don't, on the days like you don't want to go make content. It's like, well, maybe I said something insightful today that can help someone. There's your content.
These little Osmos too. Gold. Gold. That literally fits in your pocket. And when you flip it open, you can start recording in less than 5 seconds.
You heard of that?
DJI Osmo.
It's good for like your doc stuff, just day to day.
Yeah.
We gotta stop at Guitar Center. We gotta stop at.
You gotta order that.
Again. And
I
you
don't
gotta
know if
order
it'll be
that
at,
one.
Guitar
How many of
Center.
those you have?
Bruh. I probably bought like 15 in the past.
He bought one for the entire team.
And then they raised the price because
They did,
started
huh?
going, yeah, the demand
It
for them.
sold out so fast, but I just ordered one. I broke this one on Sunday, and my new one came today. What's today, Wednesday? So, pretty fast.
What do you do for fun?
These shit was on backwards.
Tennis, pickleball, bike, music. What I love, this.
I think he
I do what I love every day. I don't really,
so
like,
much money.
I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Like when I go make content and when I do shit like this is what I do for fun. You feel me? I don't do something I hate.
Respect.
Right. What do you do for fun? Like your hobbies?
I like to go to the beach a lot, just be in the water. I think that's the thing. I like being alone, and I feel like that's probably also like the constant fight with the. But I think too a lot of it is like idle and doing something like that, where it's like you get put on from them coming to your house and like talking to your parents and like making your family cry for some reason. You know what I mean? So you're kind of like, I want to take a break from all that, you know. But it's, ever since then, it's only grown. The like want for the fan to be in, you know, your zone all the time.
Yeah.
But,
You get to control how much of you share.
of course.
It's always in your control.
Yeah.
Right. He'll film all day, and he'll pull maybe like 5 or 6 clips from the day
Yeah.
of like us having conversations like this with each other or
Yeah.
with people, with our peers, and it'll
Right.
just be moments that are great, but it's like we were filming him all day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we didn't show him taking a shower
Of course,
and,
yeah.
and moving, you know?
Yeah. I just get precious with like, in the same way you don't want to make the same song, right, over and over again. Like, you want to make the same video, like it's all the same shit to me, and I think I get too precious with it. You know? I know I get too precious with it, but
I think that's what happens when you're too focused on the outcome versus
Right.
the experience.
yeah. Just like,
Every time I hear beat, I just want to make a song.
right.
I don't really try to
Right.
get particular on what kind of song I'm
Yeah,
making.
yeah,
You know?
Of course.
And that's the same with like what we do in life. It's just like I'm living my life. Something happens, it happens. That's worth sharing. We get to share it. But if not, I keep it. It's just documentation. It shows I was alive and here on this earth.
You couldn't live the same day twice if you wanted to.
Right.
If you wanted to.
So that's not even possible.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be, and our brain will come up with every reason why not instead of every reason why you should.
Yeah, for sure. It's true.
For you to have made it this far means you're doing something right,
Right.
so you should be sharing it.
Right.
Or else you wouldn't have gotten this far.
Right.
If you were asked, it would be like,
Yeah, of course.
you know?
Yeah.
And people, there's already people out there who idolize you and who
Right.
wish they knew more about who you are and what you like to do and what you do on your days off when they don't see you. So when you start giving that,
And find ways to give it that's within reason for your soul. Like
Yes.
I don't
I
really
think I'm
like
still figuring that out. I think that's the thing. That's why I'm asking you so many questions. You know, that's cool. But yeah, I'm still figuring
Bro,
out
that's a
that.
process. I had to do that too, and that's
Yeah.
why I started doing the walk, because it was like, oh, well, I walk every day anyway. We just don't record it. Let me use that. You feel me? I don't do anything that's out of scope of what I feel like LaRussell is, and
Yeah.
anytime I do, I'm like, I ain't doing that shit
Right.
again. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Like
this
find
is the-
something that aligns with you and who you are and where you are.
you guys probably have legendary talks amongst each other about
Did a
building.
podcast,
You know, and it doesn't even have to be in podcast
Yeah.
form. Like, I'm sure you guys are
But
doing
guess
this.
what?
in
It
the
was
RV.
anonymous.
In the RV.
Of course, very fitting.
No,
You know?
this is the first. This is a good.
That RV brews deep talk.
And not, you're not docking it and sharing it, and people,
Yeah, we'll give you guys a tour.
And those are
after.
the
Yeah.
conversations that people need to hear.
especially
like,
the
this
people
is
who are
real.
showing up to the tour,
Right,
they
yes.
want to
Of
know
course.
what's happening in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
RV.
yeah. We're stacking up. This is a good talk to have now because this is the first time we really like. I'll be on my phone on YouTube and see it like scrolling into my face, and I'm like, oh shit! Like you posted another, you know, and I'm just so I'm. It's the first time we're really like going 100, 365 days type situation.
It's only gonna help.
Yeah.
It's only gonna help.
It's only fake if you wasn't doing it before the cameras came on.
Right.
That was a bar.
If you was doing it when the cameras was off, it's as real as it can get. So it's no issue. Now if the camera came on and you start doing different shit and acting different, it's like, yeah, you lost it.
Right.
Right. That's where the problem begins.
But we was gonna have this combo whether that was here on the
Yeah,
table or
yeah,
not.
of course.
So
Yeah.
shit like that is like, that's the best content you can get.
Yeah. It helps it's so small though too. You know, you keep forgetting about it. But,
This one mine, yeah.
yeah.
Johnny's gonna beat the shit out of swells no matter what.
I don't even think. What? I think my phone's over there, huh? I don't even know where it's at most of the time.
Recording.
Yeah. There
Getting
you
it all.
Time.
Going left and right.
go. Nah, I go. This is freaking the biggest help because you know. Yeah. I think it is just like selfishly you want to just focus on. Also, just as a human, you're like I'm still growing. I'm still figuring my. You know, don't quote me on nothing. You know,
So is everybody else.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
So
Yeah.
is everybody
And that's the
else.
same, like, don't quote me on nothing,
Right.
but here's my perspective.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
But
will work for
don't
me.
quote me. Yeah.
I'm just saying what worked for me.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
my experience.
Right.
You can end it right there. This is my
Yeah.
experience.
I was doing that early with the consultations. Like, people really wanted to book me for stuff, and I stopped accepting them. And I went in there and I saw how much money was sitting there, and I was just like, you are in your own way because you're so scared of giving the wrong advice. They are paying you just to have a conversation. And now I always say, well, I think, or my opinion, you know, and that's my, don't quote me, but this is just what I've experienced, and people value it. They're gonna twist it and turn it to fit their own life anyway. So.
No, it's true. I feel like that happens on with music anyways. Like, people are always, you know, oh, you need. I put out a sad song and they're like, yeah, you need a vacation. You didn't go on a vacation. I'm like, it's a song. Like, relax.
You're writing about your cat, and they're walking down the aisle at their wedding. It's like, I guess.
It's true.
Sometimes you gotta take limited input on your output.
Yeah.
That'd be the hindrance. It's like you considering what somebody else thinking about your life too much.
Yeah.
And it's your life. You the one who gotta wake up as you.
Yeah. No, sure. I've been on both sides. Like, I've been on the side of like, I don't read anything, and then the side of like, all right, what happens if I dive in and read everything, you know? And now I feel like I'm leveling out,
Right.
And you're like, that ain't it either. Yeah, that ain't it either. But it is fun. I do like thinking about people that, like, you don't even know that I'm reading this.
Right.
Like, sometimes
I think when you're able to do that,
like mean ones, you know.
Me too. I like to pin them now.
Yeah.
I think when you're able to do that consciously from the space, I like to pin the hate one. I sit them right up top. So it's like, let everyone see you. You know, but I think when you could do that consciously and it doesn't affect your spirit or your art, I think that's a great thing because you're building community.
Yeah.
Like, Instagram is just a vessel for us to bring people back into our home and say, hey, you could actually book me directly. You don't have to wait to see me through Instagram. Right? So it's like, everything is just a means to cultivate community to come straight to you.
Yeah. I feel like, too, I got so lucky with it. It never, I've been putting out music since I was 13. Like, so I never was really, it's never hurt me any rudeness or anything like that. As you get older, I feel like the thing now is like, oh, I made it this far and it hasn't happened. Like, some big's gonna hit me, you know. I move like that instead of just being like, damn, it never has, it probably never will. But you know,
hasn't happened. It's like hasn't happened only exists when you're looking at your life with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're in an RV traveling up the coast, it's happened.
Yeah.
If you have 5 people that can move with you that platoon, it happened. You feel me? It's like you're just not paying attention to it happening because you want something else to happen.
Not all of them are getting paid either. They don't know which is which.
And that's how it goes.
Have no fear. The hater is always near.
Even if they aren't, like that's how that shit starts. Because sometimes it's worth. People who really love you and support you, it's far beyond money.
Right.
You know, like the experience you get and the opportunity you cultivate, there's no value you could place on that shit. You feel me? And like I say, it be happening right in front of our eyes a lot of times, but we just can't see it because we don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Some good ass food.
Exactly. All right.
Are you guys gonna do more of the backyard stuff?
Yeah, we do them the first Sunday of every month.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, all through the summer.
That's it.
If you're back.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow up.
It'll be tight.
I would love to. I'd be honored.
Crazy times.
Yeah.
Crazy times. The backyard is there's no experience.
Yeah.
Pull up, you get to see his mom, his dad, it's a food truck outside that's catering food, a jumpy house with kids. It's
Jumpy house?
Yeah.
Hello.
You had me at jumpy house. Yeah,
it's a diverse.
Lead with it. We're here for the jumpy house, not LARUSSEL'S.
Damn, that's cool. And you always have other artists on the bill? Or is
it depends.
Yeah.
He always surprises. That's the cool part too. It's like you never know what you're gonna get.
Cool.
You never know.
I don't never put any artists on the bill promotionally.
Yeah.
Like if you buy tickets to our show, you're coming to see LARUSSEL, and everything else is just a gift.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Dope.
Oh, here. He will be.
Where you guys are staying in San Jose, or you just moving around?
Yeah, we're thinking about doing Redwood tonight.
We're about to go like across the Golden Gate Bridge and stay over closer to San.
Like Sausalito area.
That's really beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's
We've
hella
just been
nice
pulling
over there,
up,
especially
yeah.
when the sun out. Yeah, it looked like little Grease over there. You run up bypass that shit, Sausalito. Yeah.
That's where we'll be, yeah. That's where we're gonna be.
A nice spot to like wake up to in the RV is dope. Like it's a whole different
That's
story.
so tight.
Yeah.
You get to pick too.
Yeah.
That's hella cool.
It's great.
Nah, we've been lucky with all the spots like we've got. Like,
No problems yet.
Well, we did a tour too, like 2 years ago, and we had the hookups with these hotel people, and we stayed in all these hotels, but they're so expensive, like barely broke even. And I'm like, I don't care about staying in that. RV would be way more fun, you know. I probably won't be saying that.
It's an experience. It's an experience,
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
It's an experience.
I don't mind it now. These guys got stinky socks. It's cool. Like, you know, we all do it.
sleeping next to the drum set and stuff.
These idea strikes. Yeah.
Hey, what's beautiful about this journey is like all of it is steps. To, you know, it goes from car to sprinter van to RV to bus to private. You know, like that's the scale if you keep going. That's the scale if you keep going, because we used to hop in a little bucket and had to,
I do think about that, because I've been thinking, like, bus, he just said bus, like, bro, I need that bus. But I say RV, 3 years ago, I've been like, RV,
right?
Bye. Yeah, and it is funny. It's kind of daunting that it's never gonna be, you know. That's that balance. Once you're in the jet, you know, you can be like, my own jet.
Yep. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, because you always have the ability to go up if you want to, but you also always have the choice to stay where you are.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Man, that's something that we don't look at as artists as a gift for a while, because you feel like you have to make it a certain way. You're like, I have to, but it's like that shit really a gift. The bigger you get is like you gotta earn those belts. But it's like when you do. We were talking earlier, and we were talking about Drake. He was like, man, that shit don't be feeling obtainable to some days. And it was like, it depends on who you are. Like, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, possible.
Yes,
you feel me? Like, this shit limitless.
So, that's good.
Yeah. We're probably gonna run a rehearsal tomorrow. So, if y'all freed up.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm down.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Right? Y'all should come to the compound while y'all here. It's like 10 minutes away.
Can we come now?
Yep.
Tight.
I'm gonna take you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, my friend.
Crazy. Oh man.
This is my favorite food spot.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
I was
You
sitting
can
there
send it
like,
to me.
We really got a squad, nigga.
Right. You can send it to me though
So
to
you
put it on
in
the.
that video.
Yep.
we were sitting there at a table with a bunch of white boys asking this little black kid from Vallejo for some help on his music. And I was just like,
Yeah, I was
man,
thinking that too. I was like, look at life,
look
nigga.
at life. Those were the white boys when I was a freshman in high school. They used to bully me for being black. That's crazy.
Now they gotta come and respect it, and it's like, I'm the guru.
Crazy.
My melanin in full effect.
Oh, God. That's beautiful as fuck.
Right?
It's beautiful as fuck because it's so much bigger than any of that shit.
It don't matter.
It's so much bigger.
It does not matter. They were cool too. Just a bunch of bros in their RV.
They're really white.
They're hella white. You want to send me the master? Or WhatsApp? Let's fucking drive us off the road.
What's that gonna do?
I'll just kill us all. When they get to arguing, you in the car,
Right.
let me out.
I loved her, bro. Let me out, bro.
Loved her, bro. I loved her, bro.
Let me out, brother. I don't
She
love
done
shit.
had to do this.
Not
to
right
me.
now.
This is merch.
All for this thing?
No. This is like outside production and shit, but we're building. So we started in my mom's garage with just like 3 presses. Up to this point, we're building the storefront on the other side, but this is where everything kind of comes through. Our production comes in and ships out. We're building the store on this side so people can actually come in and shop.
Hell yeah. You knew you always wanted to do a store, or that just come?
Not really. It just kind of came as a climb. Like we was in the garage.
That's tight.
We started doing really dope,
Yeah.
and to get to this point, it's like we gotta have a store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gratitude.
Sorry about the tragic.
How'd you guys meet?
Tieta used to work at so she used to walk this street down there. Tieta used to work Tieta used to work at another music company that was not so great.
Yeah.
She was really helpful and inspirational and landed me some placements and we started building and now she's here.
How long ago was that?
2021.
Seems like you guys know each other for.
It feels like we know each other forever, huh?
Yeah.
No, 2021. So this is content.
It's time.
Wow, that's right. That.
This is a live session, Pregame Friday podcast, GC Radio. And you know what's hella funny? I asked like G to put in the area, this nigga set the couches straight.
He's
He's funny as fuck. But we're all the content. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted, we had a shop prior, but I always wanted the infrastructure to just be able to kind of do all my shit and not have to leave home. So this was like, the win, we just get to come down here, do what we need to do.
Hey, now that we're in here, do you know where that orange cart went?
What orange card?
I brought that in here.
Oh,
For
orange card?
You know the one that they used to use for merch for the packages? Fill up that we
I
got
brought
online?
I brought one for my grandpa's because we was gonna start using it for content days. I hope nobody took that motherfucker.
I don't know.
Vintage?
Nah,
Not the vintage card.
I don't think
I'm not
so.
sure. Kill that light from this way? Yeah. Come on.
It's dope that you get to walk outside even to go to the next, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Like it's not one big
Yeah, it's not
warehouse.
one big building, yeah.
Right, you gotta get some sun.
Yeah, that's really dope. I feel like that's something that you wouldn't think about till you had it.
Should we get a game in? I'm gonna hang back and film with you.
This is where we do all our live shit, our rehearsals, and when we're not in the backyard, we're here.
This is tight.
Some good infrastructure.
What speakers do you use?
We use Bose L1s for in here.
You just roll them in?
They're in those bags over there. Yep. But yeah, we usually everywhere we go. When I first started doing live shows, I remember I did a show and the audio engineer was horrible. And ever since then, I started bringing my own equipment, my own speakers and shit. Huh?
Backyard happens right back here.
No, this is actually new. This is a different area. My backyard's at my mom's crib. It's like 10 minutes from here.
So, yeah, these are sweet. These are some heavy hitters right here.
Yeah, hey, this speaker is a great investment if you like a indie traveling artist, because just one could really fill a room. It's called a Bose L1. And it comes, this is the sub for it, but it's like a line array system speaker. So it only comes in these 2 bags. And then you can bring this up, but it hit.
Yeah, I'm sure. We're rocking what are we, the SLCs right now?
A12.
They're pretty good.
Oh, the QSE? Yeah. But no sub.
No sub right now. I wish we had.
Yeah, see, this
If I
is
had
like,
a little bit more time, I would have gotten a hold of a sub, but I only knew
No,
about.
man.
Well, I only knew about the store a week before, man.
Right.
I could have gotten one together, but I would have needed more time, you know, on a sub. But
That's tight. You start somewhere.
yeah,
Just
Definitely.
keeps getting better.
yeah.
Definitely. What mixer you going out of? A Yamaha?
Yeah, we're using Yamaha MG12, whatever. Little.
What is it, like 10 input or something?
12.
You didn't know you were gonna get tested. Pop quiz.
That's great. He knows his shit. Yeah, if you get a great investment,
I think it's here.
we got
The mini one?
the LA or the L12. Is either one here?
Yeah,
Could you
it
go
was
see?
at the DC radio station. I'll grab it.
Yeah. You can take it with you. Cause you can put an SD card in it and record straight to an SD card instead of having to get a Zoom.
Oh, for real?
Yep. But it's only 8. How many inputs do y'all need?
We don't need that many. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. And just pop an SD card and just go to Best Buy and get an SD card. Put it in. Or you're going up and come back down, yeah?
Yeah.
When you come back down, just drop it back off.
Yo.
Thank you. Do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Appreciate
awesome.
that, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's way easy to record. And to record multi-track, set the fucking recording. They record multi-track, you get all the tracks, and you record the master as well. So you could just get it direct, link that shit with the video, it's done.
Okay.
All you need is an SD card. Make that shit
Awesome.
completely
Oh
simplified.
yeah. Appreciate it. Man.
Thank you.
For sure.
We'll come back to us after
This
make it stop.
cut in, yeah.
We're
Maybe we
gonna
ship it
come
to you.
around.
Even if you don't, you
Yeah,
should
we
still
can.
go
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
Who was that? It was the cause.
I went to fucking, the name?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
mine.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
building this shit since like 2016 or some shit.
I figured too, like of course, like a wordplay a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
A little rap
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, exactly.
But it's fun. We went to the headquarters of Shoe Palace, and they had like something like this on the ceiling, and I was like, I want that shit.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Are you trying to like? Cause I noticed the channel, right? Like the YouTube is Goodcompenny, but it's all your shit on your own shit. Like, are you gonna have other artists on? Like, is that a thing?
So
that you
it
think
just
will
became
happen?
like all of my shit. For years, I was doing like live performance sessions with a bunch of different
Okay.
artists. It's always been my shit, but I've
Got it.
always just shared it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
now I put out more content than everyone else. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but yeah,
There's
no,
those on
it's always open there for that shared network. So when I do work with other artists, like you'll see there's things called like motion pictures and
Yeah,
live
that's what I was
sessions. That's
thinking.
a bunch of
It could be a
different
bunch of
artists.
different
that-
stuff.
Yeah, that's already what it's
Yeah,
been.
that's dope. That's dope. Yeah. No, I like that idea. Just even off of like, oh, we made this. Like, we have this idea. We really want to do a magazine of the tour. Like after it's done, just like a photo.
Bro, we
magazine.
did. Damn, I don't know. That motherfucker at my mama's house.
Yeah, you see him?
For the backyard.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that, but he said he was trying to do another one. But I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I
Yeah.
got-
Just doing like hard copies of that and having
Yeah.
a spot like you have your company like and it's one channel with all this different things could live on that is really cool.
Yeah,
Where you at on this?
yeah.
I don't
But
see
it's
it.
power.
I don't see a power. It doesn't just take regular AC.
It takes batteries too, but yeah, these. But yeah, you got a laptop?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you could just link this to your laptop, or you could go without a laptop and just use 4 AA batteries.
okay.
Either or. Let me see if these batteries are on. If these batteries are dead.
There was batteries in this mixer.
We have it too.
Yeah.
I just want to show you really quick so you could. I'm sure you'll get on YouTube and figure it out too. If you go to a laptop, it'll override the batteries. But if you're, this is great for if you're just outside.
Effects pins as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
And for the recording,
If you have an SD card too, you just record it to an
Right,
SD.
exactly.
yeah,
Record it
so
straight to
you
the-
put it in there, log in the SD,
Dude, that's
and then
one
over
best
here,
part
you
about
just
it.
arm whichever tracks you want to record, and make sure you arm the master as well. Then you're done. It got an FX in, different FXs is built into it. Yeah, phantom power.
And then if so I'm assuming that your effects you can't record like a wet channel or anything. Can
No,
you
I
arm
don't.
just the okay? So it'll be applied on whatever you have. So if I'm doing like automated effects stuff, then it'll just kind of be in that channel.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
but you
It's not
select.
like an isolated effects.
Yeah, no. Well, So you can select which channel you want the effect to apply to, and then you can determine how much of that effect you're trying to send to that specific channel.
Right.
Cool. EQ built into it.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah. Now you should be recording audio.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, dude. Thank you. Legend. Yeah, man. Ship it back to you.
Yeah.
Good time.
Right?
I really found that off lunch. I was
appreciate
about to
that.
come back and say,
Of
could you
course.
find it?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm excited to see what y'all pick up.
I'm excited to show you. It's a good. We got a good set. I mean, that's the thing. We played Santa Cruz the other day. About 10 people in that bitch, but they were into it. Yeah, they're into it. I'm like,
Bro, and those be the best moments to really build on your community. Like I started allowing people to ask questions during the show. Like in the middle of the set, people, what you want to know?
Yeah.
What you want to know? And those be the moments.
Yeah.
Pass the mic to somebody and let them say how it feels, how
Yeah,
it's the
for sure.
experience. Like
Pick
get
a song.
Those, get those. Let them pick a song.
Yeah.
You feel me? Capture those moments and get that shit and record it, audio and its own video.
Yeah, it did feel very much like we're not trying to pretend like there ain't 10 people here. Like, I'm playing to y'all, like y'all having fun. So
Man, lean in.
Yeah.
Lean in. Yeah, you don't have to make it. You know how some people shoot their shows from one angle?
Yeah.
Never show the crowd. Never show, it's like, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, lean in. This is reality. This is real. If you could get 10 people to come out and support you, you won.
And
You feel
people
me?
love to follow like the story.
Yeah.
So when you show that you started at 10, the people who find you now are gonna be like, watch when he's at 100. You know, like they're excited about that, and it gives you memories. So when you're at 1,000, you can show a clip where like I started here.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Tight. Damn. 10.
Right.
That's tight.
A little minute. Right?
Yeah.
That's tight.
Man.
They're into it. And that's what we're just like, yo, what is we have the product, you know what I mean? Like anytime it's in front of people, it's like they're into it. They're down, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like how do you?
It's the packaging and delivery of the product.
Yeah.
When we
Imagine
first
that you got a
started-
product, but no one knows you have a product.
Yeah.
Do you really have a product?
Right.
When I first started helping him, our biggest thing was like, how do we get in front of 1 million people? Because we were like, we know we have the product, but just enough people aren't seeing it. And it was really social media. It was really that. Like, he had all the content, and I pulled up at his house with a drive, and I said, give me all of your clips.
Yeah.
And I just started posting them on social media, and he blew up within a month. Within a month, he was viral. Russ was reposting him, Wallow, everything. So it's like, the content will really change your life if you let it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
You're right. I know you're right.
Right? That's literally the key. It's like, bro, once you unlock that door, hella shit start coming through it.
Yeah.
Hella shit start coming through it. And it's like, bro, you get to unlock that door at a way that works for you.
Right.
And the moment you're doing something that you like, nah, this ain't me, stop it.
Yeah.
But figure out ways to like show up as yourself on your channel. You know, it's like, bro, it's your commercial for your business.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain companies we know because as kids they had commercials, and that's all content is for you. It's a commercial for your business.
Yeah.
I'm in business. I love the people who support me. You can come directly to me and let's do business together.
Yeah.
It's a win.
Yeah.
Man, these features I've been getting, like, I've been really giving people like great verses. Like, I'm not even cheating it as a feature.
Yeah.
And some of them are like, they send extra money after, or they're like, can I put this as a primary? I'll pay you more. And you know, it benefits everybody. And these are just regular people. I don't have to wait on the industry to book me or to ask for me. It's like, you could literally go within your network you have right now and probably make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 if you have 30,000 followers.
And they were features you chose.
Right.
Like, he's not giving a verse on a
To
song
anyone
that
I
he
don't
didn't-
want to.
Yes,
Exactly.
of course. Yeah.
Exactly. Anybody can put in an offer, but you get to decide where you take
Man,
the
I
business.
found out following is correlated with like funds. Like if you have 30,000 followers, you can make $30,000 minimum.
I always make this joke
very
about being like,
minimum.
I'll trade $90,000 for $90,000 like tomorrow. You know? Start back from zero. I'll get it back. I'll get it back. Yeah.
Hell, man, if you got I'd rather have the followers than the dollars. Because if I got the followers, I could always get the dollars. If I got the dollars, I can't always get the followers.
Right. And that one follower might give you $100, $500. You never know.
Man, bro, that shit core, whatever number that is, that's how much paper you can make at minimum if you give them the opportunity to pay you some money. They want to.
Everybody spend money every day.
Loves your song who's like, man, I just want to interview him, but I don't know how to do that. I just want to book him, but I don't know how to do that. I just want to shout out for my birthday. I get paid for birthday shout outs, you know? Because you give them the opportunity to do so, but we close that door off to everyone as artists. It's like, talk to the agent. You know, it's like,
for sure.
that time don't even be a fucking agent.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, what are you doing?
It's you in the email
Right,
pretending to be
it's
somebody
you
else.
pretending to be another person for you.
Fuck.
You know, so it's like, open that door for people to come to you and watch, bro. Every morning I wake up and I just look at my money tree and I'm like, how much do I want to pick today?
Me. Every time I send out consultations, somebody send me back a Cashapp. You like, sheesh. Sheesh, that feel good.
That's solid. I know. I'm still. I want to do it more. I feel like I do because for me, a lot of the times it'll be like a wedding song or something. Be like, can you, here's my story. Like, I had this couple hit me up, here's my story, da da da. And I was down. I was like, yeah, that's a cool story. Like, I'll write something for you, but I'm not. I was like, I'll do 1K. Oh, well, we're both students, And I'm like, what do you think this was? You know what I mean?
See, but look, when you do offer based, it's like you say you do 1K, but if they can't do offer based, maybe they're like, we got $450.
Right.
And you're like, wow, I'm gonna write this song in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I made $450 an hour, which no one makes at their job. Oh, and it's like, I could do 10 of those today to just do what I love to do. I wasn't going to do features and songs for a minute because I was like, I don't want to dilute my pen. I've only gotten better. And I got paid to get better. Right now, you don't get paid to write songs. So if someone wants to give you $450 to write a song, fuck the $1,000. It's like, I'll make $1,000 over time. We write songs for free right now, you know?
And you can say, how much are you willing to pay? And then that starts the conversation. Instead of, if you say, it's this price, now the conversation's dead. And you don't know, maybe they were willing to pay $650, but you said $1K, and you know? And then it kind of it shifts the energy when you say a price. But when you say well, how much are you open to paying for it or whatever, it feels more like a negotiation and you guys are both more comfortable with it.
It always feels inclusive that way. You know, it never feels like, oh, he's out of reach for me.
I feel like it's growing the want. Because the thing that you're saying too is I didn't want to do it, I have that. I don't know. It's not a good excuse, but it really is it's like you said, the thing too is so sacred to you, or not even sacred, but I love this shit. I'm not trying to dilute it anymore. It's already getting diluted with business and all this.
Funny? T came in our room one day, we were talking about the labels and shit, and she's like, it's fucking songs. And it was just the grandest reminder ever. When you were a kid, you all the dumbest fucking songs. It's it's fucking songs, bro. You're gonna write 100, 1,000 songs. It's you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Just do your best each time, but it's songs. It doesn't have to get diluted. That's all on your perspective of it. You don't have to make it that.
And it's sacred to you right now in this moment. And 3 years from now, you're gonna be like, I fucking hate that song.
Of course.
So it's for you to have missed out on opportunity to grow because you're holding it so tight. It's like your favorite stuffed animal. You don't even know what happened to that at this point in your life. So to hold on to it, and it's a song that you created out of thin air that didn't exist prior is
of course.
Be for real.
It's so, when you chunk it down, it's if you can make $100 a day, there's 30 days in a month, that's $3,000. That's someone going to work every day and work at just 100 a day. With an offer sheet, you're gonna have several hundreds every day. It's you get to choose. If you only made 100 a day, that's $3,000 in a month, $36,000 a year to just write songs. You're gonna make way more than 100 a day, and it allows you to stay home. Honestly, it's I get to wake up every day and choose whether I want to enter the world or not. I could just sit at my desk and get paid to do what I want to do, the whole time. And you can too. You've already got to a point where you have a base of people who do support you and love you, and you just have to build it. You have to remind them hey, I'm a human, and y'all can just come to me on a human level. It doesn't even have to be oh, you're my favorite, idealistic type shit.
It actually improves it. Like you're thinking that it's gonna dilute it, but it's actually gonna bring everything a lot more home and make it feel like family and like a community instead of just transactional.
Yeah.
But you gotta open up that door and let people show you like, no, I love you. I'm not, it's not about the music for me, it's about you, the human. But
And I think that's something that you just even saying that I never thought of it is like, no, it's not like you want a song from me. It's like, no, it's so I can be like, Johnny like wrote a song for me. It's like, it could be poop to scoop, like, you know what I mean? You know,
yeah.
And every time you deliver on one of those, they go tell someone.
Right.
They're like, oh, I get phone every time. He gave me this dope ass song. And the next person like, oh, I'm gonna give him 800. I wonder what he gets. And then you're like, oh, I gave it. And the whole time it's like, imagine if you're a basketball player and someone paid you to practice. You wouldn't even give a fuck about the game. You'd be like, shit, I paid to fucking practice. Like, you can't beat that. You can't beat that shit because we have to write songs anyway. But like I say, now we write them for free. Like, we'll go broke writing them, but it's like, you don't have to. Someone wants to pay you to do that.
You'll go broke writing them.
For real.
And they played at their wedding. There's what, 150, 200 people at the wedding. It's like, sometimes you get so focused on the money that you miss out on the payout the opportunity truly could have given you, you know? Like, it'd be bigger than the money. And it's clearly bigger than the money for you. So to get caught up in the money is like...
for sure.
Playing yourself.
The unseen things are the hard thing to always do, because I'm always just like...
You gotta have
or
faith
it's
in
not
it.
happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm always like, or not.
No.
Like, because I have my manager to be like, you never know. She works at TikTok, or she might work, or she works at this. She might work at TikTok. And I'm like, or not. I don't know. Like,
oh man.
You know what I mean? Like, but I think it is. It's competitive though in nature. It's not a like, you know, it's all negative. It's definitely just like. It's like you said at dinner about there's something about like, well, if I make my art and more people just come from that, it makes me feel like, okay, this is more of my destiny. Let me lean into it more as opposed to, you know. But it's all, I feel like it's all the same. The more we talk, I'm like noticing that too.
Yeah.
But
It always be us in our own way.
Yeah, for
Always.
sure.
Always.
Man, and when you get in the rhythm of just like, I put out so much music because I make so many songs I love, and every time I put it out, I get the opportunity for somebody to be like, man, I want to support that. Like, I allow people to invest in my songs to buy percentages of the royalties. So it's like every time I release a song, I increase another form of revenue of people who are just like, man, I love that song so much, I want to own a piece of it. You feel me? Like you only in your own way when you holding back the things you love. Like, bro, if you have the capacity to give it.
Right.
Give it. There is no excuse you can think of in your head that validates not doing it. You feel me? All of it is bullshit. Whatever you come up with, just know it's bullshit. It could be the most elaborate bullshit ever, but it's bullshit. You feel me?
Right. I told him the other day, and for like 4 days he kept bringing it up, but I was like, bro, nobody cares.
Right.
Nobody cares. Like, you're making it bigger than it is. Like, you're a blip in somebody's life. Of
course.
And it's like, you're making it out to be this big thing, but to the rest of the world, it's like, if he does or doesn't, I don't care.
It's more I want to figure out what the thing is and then just do that forever. But I'm noticing it's not. It's all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more me just wanting to be like, I don't want to know. I don't have to do all the other stuff. Just give me the one thing that it
You're
is.
trying to crack the code.
Right.
There we go.
You're trying, you know, I said something the other day, like, the only time you get scammed is when you're trying to cheat. Like, you can never get scammed unless you're trying to cheat. Just said, like, when people are like, man, you scammed me, that's a nigga who was trying to get up and without doing the work. You feel me? It's like, you're trying to look for the cheat code. And it's like, no, play the fucking game. Like, you shouldn't want to be on level 10 if you didn't do all the work to get on level 10. Because when you make it to level 10, you're going to fucking die. Because you don't know how to play on level 10. You feel me? Like, that's not how it works. That's just not how it works.
It really be the work. You can't cheat the grind. No, you can't cheat it.
And you shouldn't want to. Like, you shouldn't want to. You get all earned battle wounds. You feel me? It's like, you shouldn't want to cheat it. Because it's so much sweeter when you know you worked for it and you earned it. And you like, no, man, my team sat down and we did it and we made 1,000 pieces and this is how. Of course, that shit is way better than the button you think the label could press from this. Like, the lottery. Right. Depending on the lottery, it's like I would never want to wake up every day and be like, hopefully I hit the lotto today.
Of course.
Instead of just waking up and being like, I'm just going to go fucking do what I do best and it's going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Like, those aren't the kind of odds I like to rely on.
And you build something so much sweeter along the way. Like, you think you're working towards this goal, and all of a sudden this whole community and life and world gets built around it while you're working at that goal, you know? But if you just try to jump the line, you miss out on opportunity to build all that too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be in this RV.
Yeah.
If you tried to, if you was like, well, I'm just waiting till I get in the private jet, you know?
I was doing this till I hit the lottery, you know?
The lottery tour.
I do have an unscanned ticket actually in my bag. I got a check, so
That's
you know.
fucking hilarious.
I'll get dinner next. I'll get dinner next.
He went to the lottery thing, it'd be crazy.
Fucking hilarious.
Now you got some more to say.
Then you
They don't know what
can-
they're talking
then
about.
you can sell ebooks to other indie artists on how you made it.
Right.
Just play the lottery, guys.
For real.
That's how I did it.
But that's the thing, like when you don't take matters into your own hands, you're playing the lottery with life. When you don't decide, no, I'm gonna wake up every day and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. When you're not doing all that, you're playing the lottery. You're like, I hope someone finds my song, and I hope it goes viral, and I hope we get to tour the world. And it's like, you don't have to hope for shit like that. That shit you could just work for. But when you don't put that effort in, you're playing the lottery.
For sure.
Damn.
But it's a lottery that's like never gonna hit.
Yeah. Of
Like
course.
that ticket's not
It's
getting
different
called.
thing.
You feel me? Like you just, for real, you don't want to rely on that shit. You really, man, it's gonna feel so much better when you just do the work, because you can.
Right. There's so much consciously that you don't notice that you are like, for moving to LA, like 5, 6, 7 years in was when I first was like, oh yeah, I have been doing that. Like, I forget to look up too, and then I feel like that hurts me because you're not recognizing like, well, that's just gonna keep happening in a different way. Like, yeah, the RV tour, I'm like, damn, now I'm doing an RV tour, you know, like instead of like, I'm already on like, yo, when we're back, like those kid shows, we gotta. I'm like, I got a whole tour I gotta play right
And
now.
the
you know?
thing is,
Yeah.
like, docking that process, like,
Yeah.
for people to see you go from a car to a fucking RV to like, nah, I got 5 people with, I got 4 people, we doing it. Like, bro, that shit that people are like, that's their
legendary.
goal. That's
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
want to
yeah,
accomplish.
yeah, yeah.
Like, where you are now
Right.
is where someone wants to be, and it's where you always wished you were, you know?
Yeah,
So it's like,
sure.
remember to have that gratitude for that as you climb, but document it, because a lot of people don't make it to the RV level.
Of course.
Some people never get out the Toyota Corolla.
Sorry.
The lottery don't hit, you know?
Yeah, better than me even at music that have to work 2 jobs or whatever it is. So yeah, I definitely feel that.
And you know what's crazy is like when you're in those positions, like even when you were working 2 jobs, it's always because you don't put the same amount of work into the craft. You know, it's like if you were to put that same amount of effort, time, and energy into the craft that you put into the 2 jobs, you would have never been working up. So it's like that shit is always applicable. It's like you can choose the alternative, or you could just go in on you and do that work, and you don't ever have to. I don't think I'll ever go back to work. I couldn't imagine
What
it.
the hell?
You feel me? It would throw me in a shock. For real, because I don't have to. You know, it's like that would be me literally choosing to do something I don't love because I refuse to do the work to do the thing I love to do.
It's all work. You can work regardless.
Yeah.
You don't have to work regardless. You might as well do something you love or something you hate just to make money. You know, it's like do the thing you love and it'll make you all the money. You figure it out.
And all the shit you don't want to do, you can figure out a way to do it enjoyably.
Yeah.
But it be in here. Like you could choose to be miserable and creative and be like, fucking hate this, stupid, I don't want to do this. Or you could be like, let's make this shit fun and figure out, you know, but the attitude that you bring into it is the outcome you're gonna get.
Yeah. I was
Misery
even
is
thinking,
an inner experience, not an outer experience.
Yeah. I have this little part-time gig back home. I work at this bar. It's just like bussing, you know, it's like cleaning table, and it's weird. And I was trying to think of it in this way because it's like not ever difficult. Like granted, it's part-time. I'm on tour right now. Like I have little breaks from it. So you know, if I was doing that 5 days a week, it would be a different thing. But like, I'm like, well, it scratches a different itch in my brain that the studio doesn't. You know what I mean? Like I'm just working. I'm turning off a part of my brain. You know, maybe I take a few edibles before I go in. that turns off that part too. But no, mostly it's just like physical labor, you know.
Autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot. But I was thinking like this should have parts of that too, where it's like you put it on a different part, and I think I'm always wearing the like, I don't know, whatever the artist hat when it's like, but it's not always that. It's like I'm not always performing.
You're not an artist, you're a human.
Right.
And it's like your goal in this life should be to be you.
Yeah.
And figure out a way to make that monetizable. Because it's like with you busting tables, whatever you make an hour, it's like less than what you could get for writing a 15-minute song from someone making you an offer.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like you don't have to take that route, but you got the choice in that, but you don't have to take that route. You feel me? Being an artist doesn't have to be a tedious, draining, miserable task of like, I never got there. It's like, bro, it could be fun. We be smiling and laughing.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not that yet. So that's what I was like. I was saying at dinner, like I'm like so petrified. I'm so scared that it's gonna happen. You know that it would become something that you're.
That's like being scared of some shit you put under the bed. Yeah. That's like putting something under the bed, then looking under there and be like, fuck. It's like, bro, you put that there. That is, it's not real. You feel me? Like you don't have to be scared of that. That's some shit you put under there. You feel me? Like you don't have to. And that shit that takes a lot of unworking. I've been there. Like I created all the scenarios of why it wouldn't work. I'm like, I'm not going to major because they're going to put me in. And it's like, how the fuck they going to do that to me? I have the choice. You know, like you will create all the scenarios that exist to discourage you instead of creating all the scenarios to encourage you. You feel me? Like those are, it's not real fear. Real fear is I'm walking down the street and a tiger come out. Right? But shit that's just in your head that's like, that don't exist. You don't have to create those moments for yourself.
Yeah.
That's right. Sheesh. And this has been another good episode of Pregame Friday.
Pregame Friday with Johnny West and the crew. You heard? Come on.
Wanna come plug in next time?
That's fire.
What a good time. Thank you for sharing.
But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna get up around 2 p.m. So
Okay.
y'all
I'm
free to
super
come
down.
around.
I appreciate it, man.
I love it, man. Great to meet you. This is dope. This is dope.
Means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Beautiful.
All right, dog.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, this is dope.
All right,
Thanks
dog.
for your transparency. That's
Here,
really
take this
cool.
back. So
Nice to meet you, dope.
Oh, dude. Thank you.
Boom.
You guys are really gonna break it, man. Bad idea, y'all.
What's crazy is when I found that, I
I only
almost
break
stepped on it.
RVs, bro.
Nigga said, woo woo.
I was like, wait, that's where the thing is.
No, dog, this way. That was a good free game episode.
Man, ditto. So when you guys get in the RV and you guys talk about this whole experience, there should be a camera on.
There you go.
All right, dog. Give me you too.
Appreciate you guys.
For real.
Nice to meet you all.
For real. I mean, it's only like,
All right, dog.
yeah. That's easy content. You guys travel safe. I'll hit you. I appreciate you guys. Come on, you too. No, of course.
Now I gotta shit.